Well, in today's video, we're going to be removing the AC bracket that we installed in a previous video, because after me buying several different mounts, trying to be stubborn, and didn't want to move my factory mount, I got to basically run a pancake style upper AC, which I don't think it'll look too bad on it, especially with an alternator. So we just do that with an aftermarket bracket. And we don't have to cut the notch the frame or anything like that, move a motor mount. It's in my C30, it's more simple that way. What I'm going to do is just loosen these enough that I can spin them out with my drill, impact drill. My drill is kind of weak. Battery. Okay, battery's pretty much dead, so manual it is. Probably faster anyway, being manual. There we go. What I got are these mounts. You might see them in a previous video. Have used these on a bunch of engines so far. The 3rd gen Clamshell, the 2nd gen Clamshell. We're about to use them on the C30. I do got some at Frieds and Adjusters, but you know, your measurements got to be precise to get your engine straight. These has already done the math for you. You just bolt these up just like so. You can see why we couldn't run AC. And your clamshell mounts to them. They build aluminum. These is from ls1performance.com. This is the 3rd set I used from them. It works extremely great. I'm using Loctite on my boats. You do not have to use Loctite, but I prefer to use it just so these don't vibrate out over time. I'm going to go ahead and just apply a little bit to each one of these. And these do use Allen heads to torque down. And they are flush mount bolts. So the size I'm using is a 6mm. Yours could be different, but on these, it's 6mm. So I'm just going to go ahead and tighten these. Just tighten them tight. You should be good to go. I don't think it got a torque spec, but if they did, it'll be tight. Now that we got these tight, all 4 of them, with Loctite, they won't vibrate back out. You shouldn't have to worry about it. Now you want your clamshell. Now we make 2 different kinds of clamshells. You got truck mount clamshells, which is a little bit taller. And then you got car mount clamshells, which is a little bit shorter. So be mindful of that. Depending on what you want to put your LS into will depend on the clamshells you use. You can make it a little bit taller, interfere with the hood. Can make it a little bit lower, interfere with the steering or maybe the frame. So always be mindful of that. But these do add a little bit of height. As I was saying, on the different style clamshells you got will depend. You do got to notch this sometimes with different clamshells. These is truck mount clamshells. The truck one did fit a whole lot better, but once it was super tight, I did have to notch the bottom part here. So to go over top of this boss and set flush. We wasn't setting flush before, but now we are. Same thing as before. Loctite these good so they don't back out on you. I'm Loctiting these extremely good. Shouldn't have no issues with them, but I don't want to have to tighten up a motor mount while it's in the truck. So let's go ahead and start these tight. And now you want to make sure you start them straight, and this goes on straight, because you don't want to make the mistake that I did and have to re-tap a hole. That sucks. Trust me, it does. But that's what a tap and die set comes in handy for. So. Make sure everything starts straight. It did. Looks okay. I'm gonna line it up with just my drill. I'm gonna take these a little bit tighter than 25 foot-pounds. This is the finished product. You can see where we notched this out. It looks extremely good now. It fits extremely flush and tight. It's ready to install on our engine. And it will drop down right back in place of where it was factory. Just remember, this end bolt hole here to here. That's where it needs to go, which puts your clamshell at the end of the transmission to the 18 inches. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you're new, get subscribed. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you for watching another one of my videos. I appreciate it. I'm tired. I'm going to go in, take a break. Then I'm going to do the other side. So, I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.